Hello everyone and welcome to First Look, and today we will actually be having a first look of the Hadenys. Now this is the latest headphone from Focal. I'm not sure whether I pronounced it correctly, but I want to thank Jaben for loaning me this copy here. Now you can see this is the headphone itself. Let me zoom in. So this is how the headphone looks up close. You can see that they actually utilize the newer mesh designs with the hexagonals, and pretty much this is very light. Now in comparison to this one, this is the Utopia, which also was loaned to me by Jaben. This feels like twice the weight. So this is obviously a very lightweight, more budget series. Now the price wise I show you here is below $1,000. So this is probably in the market of more affordable, affordable in audiophile terms, more affordable high-end headphones. And today I'll be comparing it with the HD650 from Sennheiser later. But you know what? Let's take a look first and see what's being offered here. Now you can see these are the pads. Now the pads are interesting. It's like cloth pads. Like really cloth pads. They are not like velvet or something. So very interesting choice of material. I don't know how it affects the sound. Now this is an open back headphone. So, you know, this is going to be, I guess, quite open sounding, I hope. Very excited to try it really. Now let's see what's the cable they provided. So this is the cable provided by Focal. This is a single-ended with one plug. So pretty much very simple. So this is a stereo as you can see here. So one goes in the headphone and the other one goes into the device itself. So this is a single-ended cable. I mean, for its price point, I don't really expect it to give full balance. Though I'm a bit surprised here that this is single-ended, it does mean that the headphone can only be run in single-ended, then there's no way to actually run it on balance. Now, balance or single-ended, I think is a debate whether which sounds better, but I think they're about the same. It really depends on the headphone amplifier you're using. Some amps are just better with balance, some amps are better with single-ended. But not without wasting time, let's have a listen. First, before I start talking about the sound quality, let's talk a little bit on the comfort. It's really comfortable to wear. It is very light, and I do really like, you know, because this material here, it's a little bit, I'll say as smooth yet not too smooth. It actually sits quite nicely on the head and has good amount of friction that it doesn't shift around. The clamping force is pretty good. I mean, for Focal, this clamping force is pretty okay. No complaints on the clamping force. And when I was listening music just now, just to try out the sound, I really forget that it's on the head for a moment and start surfing my web and stuff. Okay, so let's talk about the sound proper itself. Now the sound, I have to say that this sounds pretty good. Like pretty good. I mean, once again, this is obviously tested in isolation, and in isolation a lot of things sound good, but I have to genuinely say that this sounds great. You know, it has a very balanced sound. There's good amount of everything. Nothing seems to be too much or even too little. I personally enjoy the sound signature. It's like a really balanced sound. Good amount of bass, good amount of bass texture. Vocals are not too recessed. Still got a little bit of energy to it. And then the highs are there. Not too sparkly. Not too much sibilance. Really balanced sound. And soundstage wise, I think it's about a medium-sized soundstage for a headphone. Really no complaints. I have to honestly say, really no complaints. The only thing I find weird is that there is a portion of the vocals that feel like it can at times feel a bit sucked out. Like, you know, I don't know what they're doing there, but it feels like, not like it's hollow, but more like it feels a bit back compared to the rest of the track. Just one portion of the entire mix itself for the female vocals. I heard two tracks, I Know Akuruhi and Ibarra. One is like a rock, the other one is more like a vocal bass track, and both of them sounds fantastic on it. Seriously, I have no complaints, and considering the price of this headphone, I expect it to be good, but I never expect it to be actually this good. At least when tested in isolation. If I didn't try any other headphone, I think I can live with this like forever because it sounds pleasant. The thing is, testing headphones in isolation is always good. Let's try comparing it with the HD650, which is actually slightly cheaper. In fact, I think it's like a few $100 cheaper than the Hadenys here. Okay, so I compared both of these guys. This is the HD650, I can see here, and this is the Hadenys. And I just want to outright say that the Hadenys is better. I mean, it is just better. The only thing going for the HD650 is a slightly bigger soundstage, and I guess if you like thicker, lusher mids, the 650 gives you that. But in terms of clarity, in terms of bass, in terms of texture, in terms of the air in the sound, in terms of all the treble instruments, in terms of overall responsiveness, in terms of power and excitement, the Hadenys is just better. It's just better in all those things. Once again, the 650 is better for two things. If you like a bit more warmer, lusher sound, the HG60 gives you is more chill and relaxed in that aspect. The next thing it also gives you is that it has a slightly bigger soundstage. Overall, if you're looking to just chill out for the night, maybe 650 is better. But if you're looking for some excitement and can play more genres better, I think the Hadenys is better. It's like all-rounder here, man. You can play. I played a few tracks, and it sounds pretty much clearer, better, quicker, more responsive, more dynamic. I mean, the only thing's really not so chill. So the thing is, the Hadenys is truly a better headphone, and for the price, which I list on the screen now, it's really not too expensive for a headphone of this quality. Now, I always use the 650 as my benchmark for headphones of this price, purely because it really represents what I think is good quality at about 400, 300 USD, 400, 300 USD, and this I believe is about 700 USD. It's about twice the price, but it does provide significant improvement in all-round quality, except for the two parameters I talk about. And in fact, that two parameters is also debatable whether you think that is important, especially the more warmer, lusher sound. Maybe that's not for you also, but I really think that this is really, really good. I mean, if you're gonna buy an open bag, you're gonna spend less than $1,000. So far, I think this is the best. I think this sounds better than the ZMF, like Aeolus, which costs slightly more than $1,000. It costs better than most headphones I tried at the $1,000 mark. It probably even sound better than planar magnetics of this price point. I think I used to have a few planar magnetics at this price point. None of them sound as good as this. Like, this is really, really good. Especially now that I compare with the 650s, because 650s are my benchmark, and if it's not better than 650, I won't even consider keeping it. So that's really about it. This is the first look of the Focal Hadenys, and if I pronounce wrongly, sorry. Else, this is one of the best headphones I have heard of its price range. It's very comfortable, very nice to wear, very light. The only downside is that you cannot have a balanced connection. You are stuck with single-ended. Other than that, I really don't see any downside to this headphone. It sounds good, it sounds clear, it sounds balanced. Really no complaints here. The color-wise is this brown skin. I don't know whether is there any other color schemes, but it sounds and looks pretty good to me. At least it's coffee-like color. Overall, I do enjoy this first look of the Hadenys, and if you got a chance to try it out, do try it out. But if not, I really think this is one of the best $1,000 headphone. It has really balanced, good sound that I think will make most people happy, and the technicalities, everything. It's pretty good. Single-ended, no issues, right? Once again, thanks to Jaben for loaning me this copy of the headphone, and if you want to try it, Jaben do have this. Quite a few retailers also carry this headphone, so but since that Jaben loaned me, I have to say, go down to Jaben and try it out. It's a pretty good headphone, really. That's about it for today. I hope you enjoyed this short little look of the Focal Hadenys, and I'll see you guys again. Bye-bye. Pretty good.